Hey, what's up, guys? Ryan here from ShopHawk. In today's video, we're just kind of freestyling, going to have a nice, simple, informal conversation here about what our software product, HawksNest, can do to help grow and streamline your towing business operations. So as many of you know, ShopHawk, we provide digital marketing service for the towing and auto repair industry. So if it's search engine optimization, if it's Google Ads, if it's email marketing, or redesigning a kick-ass website, we do it all for those two industries. But if you're already using a marketing agency, that's fine. There's a lot of automations and source attribution, which basically means, hey, man, I'm paying for Google Ads, I'm paying for billboards, and my phone's ringing sometimes. I just don't know where it's coming from. So with our software here, we can help take care of that as well, which we'll go through in just a few minutes here. And a whole bunch of other things, again, to automate, to bring more visibility as to what's working and what's not working, and to manage your leads better and nurture those leads, sometimes automated, to becoming paying customers. So we'll jump right into a couple different things here. And then in future videos, I'll just take these tabs, as you can see here on the left side, one by one, and we'll dive into each one of those kind of in more detail. But today we'll just give you a high-level overview of how our customers are using this, how you could possibly use it. I know there's a bunch of stuff here, easily to get confused, but if you do sign up with us, we help go through your business process. We help, how does your dispatch currently take phones? Where are you advertising? Where are calls coming in? What don't you know that you'd like to know in terms of marketing data? All these things to improve your campaigns, improve your businesses, and get that phone ringing more, and then help close those deals to, of course, grow your tow business. So again, this will be super informal, and we're just going to jump in kind of all over the place as to how our current customers are benefiting from this product. So I think we'll start with calls. Everyone wants more phone calls, definitely more cash calls, whether that's someone searching on the side of the road, tow truck near me, or maybe they're browsing Facebook looking for a company and they want to message you. You need to be able to communicate with these people, with these prospects and potential customers, where they want to interact with you. So again, if it's texting, if it's a web chat platform, there's a bunch of them out there. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the Podiums and the Bird Eyes of the world. I encourage you to look them up. I'm not here to talk about one versus the other. I just want to show you the power of our platform and how we can help integrate with your current business processes, your current dispatch softwares, to help kind of make your life easier and help manage those calls and nurture those leads. And a lot of it on autopilot, but a lot of it is also just easy to use platform. You guys don't have to think. Your dispatch doesn't really have to be trained up on a bunch of new platforms, and you're not paying for multiple subscriptions for a chat platform, for a reporting platform, for Facebook, for this. We kind of do it all, bring all that, everything that moves the needle that we found is successful for tow businesses and auto repair shops over the years into one convenient, easy to use platform, which we call HawksNest. So I'm going to jump into the Conversations tab, and don't worry about what you see here. It might look like a lot. I'm going to take you through it. Again, very high level, but I'll show you what we can do. So I mentioned a few things. Google My Business Messages. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that. I know a lot of customers come to us and they've never heard of it. They don't have it turned on. So people who do use it, super popular product through Google. It's basically a chat feature. I don't know if you can see this here. On your Google My Business listing, people can click chat or directions or your standard call. But people love to text, love to chat. So if you click chat, you won't be able to see this on desktop yet, by the way, but you can see it on mobile. People can just click that button when they find you. Again, I'm on the side of the road, tow truck near me, chat, how much for a winch out, how much for a tow from A to B. And if your guys aren't, if you can't accept it, people are going to hit the back button and chat with somebody who does have that enabled. And it's a 2-second switch. Happy to do another topic video on that. But if you do have it and your dispatch doesn't know that you have it, your front desk doesn't know the login for it, it can get kind of confusing and you can lose a lot of money and a lot of repeat business, a lot of referral-based business by not having that. So if you have a phone number, someone's mobile phone, we can obviously chat with them. Okay, if you have their email, we can press email and we can shoot them an email right from the system. If they have Facebook, if they come in through Facebook, we integrate directly with Facebook. And instead of logging into Facebook or missing a message, you have this one tab pulled up SMS, email, Google My Business Message, Facebook Message, and even web chat, and of course phone. We have a built-in dialer. We can automate a bunch of cool things like autoresponders. I'll show you that in just a minute here. But everything that you need to move the needle for your tow business, stop missing calls, and then track, measure, and monitor the calls, the leads, the customers that you are getting right from one convenient place. So again, someone comes in through SMS, boom, we can text them, email them, all those other things that I just covered multiple times. And the beauty of it is, let me just pull up, let's see if I'm in this account. Here we go. I have all this customer's information, okay? Let's just say they're a heavy duty customer. They want to know about, how you operate, or you're transporting from, Dayton, Ohio to, I don't know, Scottsdale, Arizona. It's a big job and they want to speak to somebody, or they want to hire you to manage their entire fleet, right? So that might require an appointment. I won't go too deep into this because it's really not applicable for everybody, but let's just say you're on the phone with them. We have a record here. Hey, can we speak tomorrow at 2? I click the schedule button, fleet demo for tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Boom. You can put your, Zoom meeting links, whatever you have here, just the phone number. Click save. Automatically, that's going to go onto your calendar, built in to the system. It can hook up to your Outlook, can hook up to your Gmail calendar. But the point is, you don't have to have a bunch of different subscriptions to Calendly or Schedule One, some of the other ones, or just not have a record of things. So again, you'd have a whole record of your appointments, of your calls. You can see it just fired off. An appointment confirmation campaign. So I'm going to get a text message. I'm going to get an email that is reminding me. So I help nurture that lead who just booked an appointment onto my book, so they actually show up for that meeting. And I tag them with appointments scheduled. If I came in through a web chat like here, we tag them as well. So now again, like I mentioned in the beginning, we can attribute a source to all of these leads that come in, all of these customers, and say, hey, how did this person find us? I want to know more about Ryan Lamoth. So I can just click here, goes into a standard kind of CRM functionality here. And you can see, well, my latest source was a referral, and it came in through actually this app that we're using here, HawksNest. And my first source was direct traffic. So this person, me in this case, came directly to the site. Or it could be a referral, like you just saw. It could be a Facebook ad campaign. Could be Google ad campaign. The point is, wherever that customer comes from, we're going to track how they interact with us. So they came in through direct traffic, and then they visited this page, and then they submitted a form. They clicked this. They visited that page. They left a review, and we have a whole history of that conversation. So again, if it's text, if it's web chat, like you can see here, if it's a phone call, that's actually going to get recorded. Got my AirPods in, so you can't hear that, but that's a recording of the conversation. And I'll go into a little bit deeper analytics that we have on call reporting. But the point is, you can actually track, measure, monitor every single action that someone is taking on your website, on your Facebook page, submitting forms, booking appointments, all that stuff. And this data matters. If you're just throwing up an ad campaign and your phone's ringing, but you don't really know why, this data really, really matters for you to make educated decisions and data-driven decisions to help improve your marketing, which obviously brings in more cash calls, more money. So back to the conversations tab here. One thing that we can also do is accept payments directly through this system. Okay, so let's just say your driver has access to this. We have an app also that you can download. Do the same thing. I'm on the way. You can send a picture like SafeLight does. A bunch of cool little things like that we can talk about, one-on-one if you're interested. There's my little appointment reminder that went out. But let's just say the job is marked completed successfully. There's a couple ways we can do this. We can possibly integrate, Tops, Into, Omadi, Beacon, maybe some other ones down the line. We're in talks. If that's not one of yours, you can do it manually. So again, driver completes the job, everything's good to go, and you can say, fuel delivery, $10. We can build out these custom invoices here right in the system. Towing, I'll say 10 miles, $50. So now we have an invoice itemized with a request here of $60. We have an invoice number, and we can set even a link expiration date. Mostly probably not applicable for you guys, but it's in there. So now we click save. It's going to generate a link, which we can then send to the customer, and we can say, Here's your Proto invoice. Thanks for your business. And we can actually create templates for this. You can easily click a button here, template, add that, and it would just customize it for you with the link that we just created. So now, boom, I just texted that customer. I just got that message. As the customer, they click on it, and here you go. They have an invoice, Proto, branded for you, and they can pay now. If they want to view the invoice details, if they want to download it, save it, email it, they can do all that stuff. But most importantly, they can enter their information here. Okay. And then let's just see. This is just test data. Pay $60 and you get paid right away. So this is just a demo data I put in. It's been declined, but once you hook it up with Stripe, our payment gateway, you guys will get paid as easy as that. Now, let's just say that whole scenario happens, right? That's the workflow. Someone comes in, phone call is recording. You know exactly where that call came from. You recorded it, dispatched the driver went out, serviced the job, customer paid. We want a review, right? And the reason we want reviews, obviously, it's going to help you grow more business. It's going to help you in your local search engine optimization efforts. If you have more reviews, especially if you have better reviews. And then again, if someone's on the side of the road at midnight, they don't know where they are, they're scared, they're stressed out, they're not going to choose a 2-star towing company, right? They want the best of the best. They want to know that you have a proven history, that other people have done business with you, and other people trust you and have done so, taken the steps to leave you a positive review. So if that driver collected payment, they know it's a solid customer, everything went well, you didn't scratch up their car, everything went smoothly as possible, then they can actually just hit this check-in button, boom, find the customer that they just serviced, send a review invite. And basically what that's going to do, as you can see, thanks for choosing Proto. I'd like to personally invite you to share your experience, blah, 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 blah. They click the link and they're going to go to a branded page like this. So your logo is going to be there. Your colors are going to be there. And the beauty of what we do versus some of the other guys that you might be familiar with out there is two things. So one, we encourage positive reviews and discourage neutral or negative reviews to go public, right? We don't want those 3-star reviews. They are inevitable. Some people, we won't get into how customers act. I'm sure you're familiar with them. But the point is we want 4 and 5-star reviews. So if I click 4 or 5 stars, boom, we want that public review. They can click on Google, they can click on Facebook, and it goes right to that review, leaving a portion of that page. So they barely have to think, right? They're just making a couple clicks here if it's positive. Same thing. Again, it's inevitable to get negative reviews. If they click anything under 4, they're going to get a pop-up form. Hey, sorry, we strive for 100% satisfaction. Please, address our concerns, and a management team will be right with you, or what have you. We can set this up for you however you see fit. But the point is, we're not encouraging a 2-star review to go public and tell everybody else about their bad experience. So a form like this pops up, and then this gets to your email, and then you guys can handle it internally as you see fit. And again, the public reviews, the positive reviews, go public. Okay, now let's say that just happened, and you got a review. So the reviews also are in this conversation tab. So people can, I have a quick example here of one. There you go. Tegan Teslo left a review. That shows up also in the conversations tab. And then you can respond to that review. If it's on Google, if it's on your Facebook, you can respond to it right from here. So you don't have to log into, again, Facebook or Google or Yelp to leave that response. You can do it right from the system here, and it posts directly to that page. And I'll jump into more review data that we have, but the point is they matter. And you should, as best practice from Google, from Facebook, from Yelp, anyone you ask, you can Google it. Best practice, you should respond both positive and most certainly to negative reviews. If in the not so rare scenario where someone leaves you a review, it's false, with a click of a button here, you can dispute the review right to Google, which is very useful to some of you guys. I know you don't have a lot of time. You're busy out there, especially you owner operators driving trucks, working jobs. This just makes it a lot easier to go dispute the review, and oftentimes Google will quickly help take that down if you can prove that it wasn't a customer. And a good way to do that is by having a record of your conversations and a recorded phone call. If someone's like, hey, these guys towed my car, told me it was $5, it ended up being $25, and you have a recording of that, which I'll just jump into right here. So under reporting, call reporting, you can actually download that whole conversation, right? You can filter net new calls. So it's not someone calling like, hey, where's my car? You can filter out if it's a net new customer. We can attribute a source to it. So if we're running Google ads, if we're running billboard ads, if it's a web chat, if it's a website callback, all these different things, we assign you a different number so you can attribute that source to it. But again, back to what I was saying, you can actually download that or play it back for your reference. You can send it to that customer. You can send it to Google or whoever you need to help dispute those reviews. It's clear cut. There's no arguing a recorded phone call of your voice, right? So there's many positive ways you can use call tracking and call recording, but one of them is for liability issues that unfortunately happens all the time. So back to reputation here. You can do all kinds of stuff. How many reviews you received? What was the sentiment of those reviews? What kind of trends do we have? Is it by day? Is it by, you can filter out by different stars. You can actually see, if you're doing manual review requests like that, you can actually see who on your team is sending the most, which driver is sending the most. Maybe you put this company-wide policy, hey guys, we have this really cool new system here, HawksNest. We need to generate reviews to help boost our cash calls to keep paying you guys. So we need your help. And one way you can do that is send review requests. So if, Ryan and Joe Schmo here keep sending it and, Bob and Sarah and Joey are not sending it, maybe it's time to have a conversation with those people. And again, you can't dispute the facts. We have all that data right here. You can also go into reviews and just kind of see all of those different reviews. Like this guy's negative, we'd probably want to respond to him, which they did. Or if they have a cool, 5-star review, definitely respond to them. Hey, thanks for your business. Can't wait to see you next time. And then with a click of a button, we can come share this Google review onto our Facebook business page. So now we're responding to customers, boosting engagement, and then we're boosting engagement on our other marketing channels. By way of sharing it, linking towards each other. And all of that stuff helps grow your business. It makes you look real, makes you look active, gives you trust in the eyes of Google, and equally as important, your potential customers and customers. So that's the reviews, covered the payments, covered some of the call tracking. Real quick here under reporting, if you're running Google ads, if you're running Facebook ads, that's another login, another credential that you have to remember to do. Here we just integrate it. Again, we offer paid advertisement services, but if you're using another company, fantastic. We just kind of help augment that and make you guys and your marketing agency or department make better, well-informed decisions to help you guys stay in the green and not in the red and keep those cash calls coming. Let's see what else we can cover here. Online listings, that's kind of your Yelp, your Apple Maps, your Bing, all that stuff. So it's important that your name, address, and phone number, what they call, Google refers to as NAP syndication, that your name, address, and phone number is consistent across the internet. So if it's, 123 Main Street on your website and street is spelled out versus 123 Main Street on your Google My Business listing and it's abbreviated ST, believe it or not, something as simple as that helps you or hurts you by way of kind of losing trust in Google's eyes and sometimes confusing customers. I know it seems kind of obvious and silly, but that's part of SEO. So you don't have to worry about any of that. We do all that for you, making sure all these things are green. If there's an error, there'd be a little red X there, and then we can click on this, quickly log in, automatically fix what needs to be fixed, and you can have a record of all that stuff, again, right here in your system. Okay, coming up on 19 minutes here, so I'm going to hopefully end this off with web chat. So again, you want to be where customers are, and you want to give them the ability to comfortably communicate with you. So real quick, name, phone, email, message. Oftentimes your guys are going to miss a notification, especially if it's overnight or, again, your dispatch is just lazy, something like that. Hopefully that's not the case. But basically, here's what we do. I'm going to show you how to do this. We do this for you, comes built in out of the box. All you need to know is your phone is going to ring more, and it's going to be called, tracked, recorded. But I'll just show you the kind of cool little nerdy stuff here that goes on in the background. So we have that web chat. I command, hey, how much for a tow from here to here? And we have a web chat autoresponder. So what's going to happen is I fill out that web chat, how much for a tow. Immediately you're going to engage with that customer. So we're going to shoot them a text. Hey, first name will be right with you, or we're going to call you quickly. And then a fraction of a second later, our system is going to auto dial your dispatch no matter what time of day it is, or we can set those parameters. Hey, press any key to connect to whatever the first name that submitted that form is, and it'll auto dial that customer. So now someone found you, tow truck near me, boom, they click on it, web chat, great, how much for a tow? And it automatically calls you and calls them and tracks the entire conversation. So that's it for today, guys. We're going to have, again, in the coming days and weeks, we'll have itemized individual videos of every single feature, from email marketing to text message marketing to missed call autoresponders, whether it is Facebook, Google My Business, whatever. Everything that you as a tow business owner needs to move the needle in terms of sales and marketing in an easy to use, affordable platform, we're going to cover for you right here.